In this video, we're going to talk about the fintech platform Square, and we're going to determine if we're going to look at quant score, technicals, and valuation to determine if this place we want to put money or not. That's up to you, but we're going to go through it, and then you can determine for yourself if you want to put money into this stock or not. We get a quant score of 83.33. We're just using a bunch of business metrics and some valuation metrics to come up with a score and scoring them out to get a score. And it just slightly misses getting into the green, but it is over the halfway mark. So this is semi-bullish here. We have a PE of 48.61 with a forward PE of 19.42 and a PEG of 1.47. None of this is unreasonable for a company that's growing like Square is. We look at the relative strength versus the ARK FinTech ETF because this is held by the ARK FinTech ETF, so that's what we're comparing it to. It has an RSI of 42.18 with ARK FinTech ETF having an RSI of 54.05. So it's showing a little weakness compared to the ARK FinTech ETF. We have a 30-week high of 99.26, a 30-week low of 55, about 15% of upside to the high, and 36% of downside to the low. We'll look at two different models to get earnings models here to get valuations on this stock. The first one here is going to be a gross model where we take the 5-year growth rate annualized and then cut it in half for the year 6 through 10. We use a 15% discount rate with a 15 terminal multiple to bring back the present value today for the compared to the current price. And we get an upside percentage of 144.45%. With the price being $86.38 and the present value being $211.15 with a differential of $124.77. This one's a little different. This one factors in your interest rates, and this is also it's a valuation model. It's much harder because the interest rates are higher to get an acceptable buy price on this model than it is on this model. However, we still do at $118.67 get using a 15% margin of safety. But the current price is, like I said, $86.38. We're only about 17% above our 30-week moving average. We have resistance at 94.22. Support is 69.62. If you were to use a stop loss as support or below support, 5% below support would be 66.14. You can see we broke out here on October 8th, 2024, and we rode all the way at 74.66, and we rode all the way up to 98.25. And then this past Friday, we came back down to 82.54. However, our price is now trending back up at 86.38. If you were to believe that these growth rates are aggressive, we could scale them back some. I have 33% here. That's what Finviz has given us. We're using Finviz's growth rate. So if we scaled them back to 25%, we still would be undervalued on both models. We probably would be overvalued if we did 20% on at least this model, which we are, but not by much. It gives us an acceptable buy price of $80. So even if we bring these growth rates back some, this is still an undervalued stock based on the growth that we're getting, because we had this at 33%, but I just brought it back to 25 and then 20% to see two different levels to see if it was undervalued or not. If we look at the daily moving averages for Square, we can see that the RSI is trending back up and trying to cross the 50 line. We're heading back towards it. We want to see this cross the 50 RSI. That stocks that are strong and have momentum will stay above their 50 RSI. We are trying to cross back above our 63 exponential moving average. We're actually across it. We're 2.33% above the 63-day moving average. Exponential moving average. We probably don't have today's close price yet. I'm doing this around 5:30, but we probably don't have the closing price in Google here yet for today. If we look at a 5-year chart with Square, we can see this had consolidation 5 years ago, and then it shot up into a stage 2 uptrend and got all the way up here to 275, 276, 275, 276. And that was kind of its top. And then we were in stage 3 here, and then we broke down into stage 4. And since about, I'd say June-ish of 2022, we were around 60, between 60 and 80 since then. We've been in a period of consolidation, and now we're breaking out above that. We tried to break out a couple times before, and they failed. So it'll be interesting to see if this time is for real. But the trend line is starting to trend up. As you can see, the numbers are going higher and the price is going higher with it. So any pullbacks here, if you were to use a stop loss, I would not use a stop loss below the 30-week moving average, which is 73.64. That's at least my opinion, because stocks tend to fall back to that moving average often and then bounce off of it. The last thing we'll look at here today is January 16th. So keep in mind, we don't have the close for today yet, probably. So these are going to change a little bit. We're at the top of a channel. We're in a slight uptrend, but we are grasping towards the top of this channel. However, we broke out above this channel several times. So if we break out above 89.37, it could be off to the races for the stock. We'll see. But this would be a resistance level right here. And then we also have a MACD that is downtrending that we like to see. It does look like it's just starting to converge below the zero line here, slightly below the zero line. And we have a Chaikin money flow that is in a distribution phase right now. So we got a ways to go to get up to accumulation. Let's look here to see what we got for a number. We're at negative 19, but we were all the way down to negative 22 here. So we are starting to come back up, but we want to see this go above the zero line. And actually, I'll look at one more chart. We'll look at support and resistance on a daily time frame. So this is just 42 days, the last 42 days, and you can see we were in a downtrend. And if you were just to follow my cursor here, if I was to draw a line, we have broken that downtrend, and now we're turning back the other way. At the bottom of this trend, our price is 82.60. At the top of this, that's our support. Our resistance here is 97.81. And yesterday's close was 84.79. So I think it was 86 today. So we're not extended here by any means. There's a lot of upside to this stock to get back to the top of this channel. And you really want to see it break through it and keep going higher from there. A lot of things to like about this stock. Doesn't mean it'll go up, but I just wanted to get that video out to you. If that helps you, consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And thanks for watching.